With the launch of the PlayStation 5, Sony has included a wonderful tech demo for their new DualSense controller in the form of Astro's Playroom. While it's easy to write this off as a cute, simplistic bloatware, ignoring this game would be a huge mistake. Astro's Playroom does more than simply show off the new hardware Sony is so proud of. It also acts as a beautifully crafted love letter to the PlayStation brand and its history. Right away, you'll notice the impressive tech behind the DualSense controller, as the game starts out by having you try out its different features. Right away, you'll be impressed by the adaptive triggers, but more than that, the game is designed around showcasing each major feature of the controller. Each level will send Astro into new environments, having the player control a ball using the touchpad, piloting a rocket ship with the motion sensor, climbing walls with the triggers, and so forth. What makes it all so incredibly charming is that the worlds themselves are actually different parts of your very own PlayStation 5. You'll be climbing mountains in GPU Jungle, then frolicking through the fields in Memory Meadow, eventually heading to a futuristic city in space in SSD Speedway. Speaking of SSD, one of the first things that are apparent in this game is the lack of loading times, and it's impressive just how quickly you're able to travel between levels all within a matter of seconds. It's a stark difference compared to the previous generation, and having a cute robot thrown around at your wish is certainly charming. While the concept itself is charming enough on its own, it's taken a step further by Astro and his fellow bot companions, as they playfully run around the inner workings of your PS5, causing mischief, but more than that, they pay homage to PlayStation history. As you run through the levels, you'll find bots acting out various scenes from a plethora of PlayStation titles, ranging from the original PlayStation all the way to titles as recent as 2018's God of War. These nods to previous titles are littered throughout the entire game, and constantly surprise and amaze me with just how much care was put into this title. In addition to references to past PlayStation titles, Astro's Playroom is also filled to the brim with items called artifacts, which are actually pieces of old PlayStation hardware. As you go through the game, you'll find hidden artifacts throughout the levels, such as the PlayStation 1 controller, a PS2 multi-tap, the PS Move controller, a PSVR headset, just to name a few. Your collection will build up within a museum-type setting called PlayStation Labo, which, unfortunately, has nothing to do with cardboard. Here you can interact with the different artifacts and bots as they all obsess over the PlayStation items that came before them. In addition, you'll find puzzle pieces hidden in the levels as well, which eventually display a beautiful art wall that showcases a timeline of the PlayStation brand, showing many of the hardware and peripherals around the entire room. Overall, Astro's Playroom does more than simply show off the speed of the PS5 hardware and help familiarize players with its new controller. It gives the player a beautifully crafted history lesson of the PlayStation brand, in a game that's simple, easy to play, and creates a joy that typically only a company like Nintendo manages to capture. Best of all, it's a free short 3 to 4 hour game that comes preloaded in your PS5, so there's really no excuse to look past it. You owe it to yourself as a PlayStation fan to go on this nostalgia trip and experience the joy of Astro's Playroom. A 5 out of 5.